Now on Nightside, breaking news on a homicide case that has taken years to go to trial.
Noticeably cooler and wetter weather starting Thursday. I'll let you know when we might see some snow in the first alert forecast.
A new soccer academy in Spokane is trying to make sure income isn't a barrier for those who want to play. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Aaron Luna. Breaking news on a homicide case that has taken years to go to trial. This afternoon, a jury found 49-year-old Jonathan Reiser Jr. guilty of vehicular homicide. Reiser was driving a tow truck behind Carrie Wiltzius, who was riding her bike on State Route 206 in 2020 when he hit her. She survived 2 days in the hospital before dying. A blood draw confirmed that Reiser had both meth and cannabis in his system. Wiltzius was a well-known triathlete and volunteer. Her family was there throughout the week-long trial and expressed gratitude to all the witnesses who testified. Reiser, who has been free for the last 3 years, was booked into jail after the verdict. He will be sentenced next month. Well, you can put away your tank tops, maybe grab a raincoat instead. We have big weather changes on the way. Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker.
Oh, shoot. I had those tank tops all ready to go.
I knew you did.
Aaron, it was warm today. Maybe not quite tank top weather for most of us, but it was the warmest weather that we have had in 5 months. Back in October, it was in the 60s in many locations right around Spokane. Tomorrow, we're going to be about 10 degrees cooler. Here's our Thursday highs. Now, these temperatures are just a little below average, a couple of degrees, but it'll be noticeably cooler, and the cooling trend is not over tomorrow. Meanwhile, around the region, temperatures in the 50s in Grand Coulee and Ritzville. Tomorrow it'll be 56 in Lewiston, in the 40s in Pullman, as well as St. Mary's. Wet weather moving in. Forecast radar starting off at 6 a.m. Most of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area will be dry, but we'll start to see that wet weather moving into the Columbia Basin. Some rain in the Palouse, Moscow, Pullman, St. Mary's, and into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene mid-morning. Here is 10 a.m. I think because of the timing of this system, a little bit later in the morning, it should be all rain in the valleys, and it isn't even moving into North Idaho until later in the day, noon, 1 o'clock. And then it will become a little more showery in the afternoon, a more spring-like pattern. We could see some graupel, some more intense rain showers. Wouldn't rule out an isolated mountain thunderstorm tomorrow. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Cooler and wetter. We're going to have a 10-degree drop for Thursday. The rain starts Thursday, but it's mostly snow on Friday. I'll let you know how much to expect, the latest computer models, in just a few minutes. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. New on Nightside, Spokane schools could receive around $1 million in a settlement with the vaping company Juul. The board voted to approve the settlement at a meeting tonight. Spokane schools joined hundreds of other school districts across the nation in the lawsuit against Juul, accusing the company of targeting kids. A 2019 report found that 25% of Spokane 10th graders had tried vaping. Paying for a soccer academy, getting trained by professionals, paying for the jerseys, the cost can add up, running upwards of $2,000 a child. A new soccer academy in Spokane is trying to make sure income isn't a barrier for those who want to play. New on Nightside, Rania Kaur introduces us to Union Football Club and what you need to do if you want to enroll your kids.
This isn't your typical dinner service at Maracas on Ruby.
I am from El Salvador, Central America, and we love soccer down there. It's a passion for us, and I want to introduce my kids to the sport.
Parents and kids tonight are signing up for the Union Football Club, a new soccer academy that's completely free.
This sport should not be a privilege to those that can only afford it. We realize that our community, especially BIPOC communities, love this sport, and we wanted to make sure that we offered this sport and this development to all communities.
Kids whose families are low income can participate.
We're going to offer the training, professional training from professional coaches. We're licensed coaches. And we're going to offer professional soccer kits. We're going to offer everything other clubs are offering, but at no cost.
The child must also be between 8 and 13 years old.
From 9 to 13 is where we believe that the technical development peaks. So that's why we're focusing on the ages that aren't offered for free.
For Francisco Ayala, he's tried enrolling his sons in a soccer academy before.
When I see the numbers and I said, well, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. I wish I can, but I didn't have the chance to do it.
He's looking forward to the future.
Having this program being so accessible, we feel lucky to have them.
In Spokane, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
There are only 40 spots left. For more information on the schedule, the practices, and how to sign up, click on this story. It's on our website, KXLY.com. Well, the Zags are in Las Vegas tonight preparing for their game against UCLA. As we said earlier in the show, the Zags are no stranger to playing in Vegas. But for one player, he's excited to show off his skills in front of a home crowd. Let's send it over to our sports director, Julian Minensone, who is in Las Vegas with more.
The Gonzaga players are happy to be here, but no one is more excited than Julian Strother. Strother is from Las Vegas. He went to Liberty High School, about 15 minutes from right here at T-Mobile Arena, and he's going to have a lot of family and friends in the crowd on Thursday. But there is one person in particular who will be heavy on Julian's mind. Las Vegas-born Julian Strother will have the loudest cheering section in Thursday's game.
As many tickets as I got, and I know the rest of Vegas, regardless if they got a ticket from me or not, is going to show out.
But the person who Julian plays for won't be on the sideline, but in his heart.
And she was always the loudest one at the game and always had the biggest smile, whether things were going right or wrong, or she was yelling at me for good things or bad things.
Julian's mom, Lourdes, died of breast cancer when he was just 9 years old. Julian dedicated every game to his mom. He's become one of the best players to come out of Nevada and reached 1,000 career points at Gonzaga.
Yeah, I know she's just so proud, and like I said, I know she's watching over me every moment.
When Strother takes the court in his hometown of Las Vegas, it won't be about the person he's lost, but rather the one who isn't far away.
Oh, I just know she'd be so proud, and if she was in that crowd, she'd be the one you could hear for sure.
Julian's Twitter bio reads, "For Mom," as a reminder to keep going when things get tough, as if the Zags needed extra motivation to beat UCLA. In Las Vegas, Julian Minensone, 4 News Now Sports.
An arson suspect has been arrested in Seattle. Cleanup is ongoing. Fire destroyed 30 boats at a Seattle marina, and police say it was not an accident. Video taken early this morning shows the massive fire. When firefighters arrived, the entire storage facility was up in flames. They say flames reached 70 feet high. Hours later, members of the arson bomb squad found a man hiding in one of the boats. He was arrested on suspicion of arson and will be booked into jail after being treated at a hospital. A robbery suspect shoots a police officer in Everett. Eric Wilkinson reports.
A bullet hole through a patrol car window, chilling evidence of an Everett police officer getting shot in the head.
There's just no words to explain it. It's just, they do their best. They put their lives on the line every day.
Police say it started around 3 this morning with an armed robbery near this Safeway on Evergreen Way. Police tracked a suspect to the parking lot of a nearby Fred Meyer. The officer approached. Police say the man fired several rounds at the officer's SUV, one piercing the driver's side window, hitting him in the head. The suspect fled across the street where a second Everett officer shot and killed him. 3 other suspects escaped.
Those 3 individuals were not involved in any of the gunfire that occurred. They were involved or present during the report of the robbery. However, the details of that incident we're still trying to work out.
The violent night made for a quiet day at Fast Eddie's Tire Pros. Evergreen Way shut down for blocks. Businesses closed all day.
This area has gotten bad.
Ed Hemp's family has run the shop for 42 years. He says the level of crime, drugs, and violence in the Casino Road area has grown out of control.
A month and a half ago, there was a big shooting behind us. They locked us down for a few hours while they dealt with it back there. It's just, the area is just changing.
And with the attempted killing of a police officer right next door, this family business might be considering a change for the family's safety.
We intend to keep on going, but makes you wonder when,
Coming up on Nightside, new data shows house prices are declining for the first time in more than a decade. 3 tips on how you can take advantage. Smelly, possibly harmful, and twice the width of the continental U.S. How a giant seaweed blob could impact your spring break plans. That's next on Nightside.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Here's the latest expansion news from Spokane Tribe Casino. Check out the expanded Caesars Sportsbook, now the largest in the area. With even more room, more betting options than before, and a buddy bar with bar top games. Plus, be on the lookout for the all-new smoke-free gaming area, also coming soon. Grab your lucky charm and play Rainbow of Riches every Thursday for your chance to win up to $1,000 in cash or free play. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
New tonight. Trump is looking at this possible arrest as a fun experience. Melania has been debating whether she should play Party in the USA or Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
With Molly Shannon and from The Mandalorian, Giancarlo Esposito. Jimmy Kimmel Live. New tonight on ABC.
92.9 CCU. CCU.
Are you waiting for the right time to replace your flooring? Great Floors' 12-month financing option makes it easy to bring inspiration home today. Shop a large selection of brand-name flooring to fit your life. Our team of experts are here to help you select between luxury vinyl, hardwood, carpet, and more. Great Floors is offering 10% on top-quality Mohawk and Karastan flooring, now through the end of March. Visit a Great Floors showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. New tonight, it's smelly, possibly harmful, and twice the width of the continental U.S. It's a giant blob of seaweed, and it's headed towards some popular spring and summer travel destinations like the Caribbean, Mexico, Florida. It's called sargassum. It's a naturally occurring variety of seaweed that can be dangerous to humans. So is it safe to travel near it? Experts weigh in on what you need to know.
It releases hydrogen sulfide, a toxic gas that you don't want to, breathe. Particularly when it's at high concentrations in enclosed areas, say with low wind. And it also has a lot of arsenic in the tissue.
If you travel to an area with sargassum, keep a close eye on your children. Avoid touching or swimming near the seaweed. Use gloves if you have to handle it. Limit your time on the beach if you have respiratory problems. The Department of Ecology is still monitoring the diesel spill that happened near westbound I-90 at the Highway 195 exit Monday evening. Oil-absorbing materials were placed there last night, and crews are keeping an eye on the outfall to Hangman Creek. They're also working with WashTOT to develop a cleanup plan for the stormwater system. A recent report from the Department of Ecology reveals the hard work to clean up the Spokane River is paying off. Through a collaborative effort, the department has cut back on chemicals that contain chlorine in the watershed. PCBs, otherwise known as polychlorinated biphenyls, are chemicals with chlorine atoms in them. PCBs can be found in everyday products like paint, clothing dye, pesticides, caulking. These items shouldn't be thrown away in the regular trash, and when they're in our water, they also get into the food we eat.
As PCBs bioaccumulate, they collect in the flesh of the fish. If someone is a high fish consumer, they're eating lots of fish, they're more likely to be exposed to them.
A recent report by the Department of Ecology reveals a local task force has removed 8,000 pounds of those PCBs from the Spokane River. They've installed state-of-the-art treatment technologies that remove PCBs from the river. The hope is that eventually we can get to the point where we aren't using them anymore, and Spokane River can be free of PCBs for good.
Tomorrow will be a transition day to a more winter-like pattern. We're close to average with a high tomorrow of 49 degrees. 51 is our average high. A little bit breezy as we get into the afternoon, and there is at least a chance of showers throughout the day. We will get some breaks, but there are a chance of showers in addition, not just rain, but possibly some graupel. Here's what's going on. Cold front is moving through. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's going to bring the rain throughout the day, and then behind it, much cooler weather. We will see the rain transitioning to snow in almost all locations, even during the day. We'll warm up on Friday into the 40s, but we're bringing in some very cold air aloft, so those snowflakes will not have time to melt by the time they reach the surface, even though we're going to be well above freezing. Here's a look at some of the projected snowfall totals. This is our latest computer model runs, wanting to bring some heavier snow down into the Moscow and Pullman area, with generally less than an inch in most locations around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Sandpoint, another spot, really dialing in on some heavier snowfall amounts, up to 3. We will keep you updated on that system as it approaches. Tomorrow we're dealing with the rain and breezy conditions, a high of 49, 43 Friday and Saturday, a chance of some snow showers as well, mainly in the morning. Our road temperatures this time of year are so high and warm up quite a bit during the day that I don't think we're going to run into any problems in general with the commutes. But if you go over the mountain passes, that is another story. We moderate our temperatures later in the week. I'll be back in just a few minutes with some Wildlife Wednesday photos. Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. After several years of booming home prices that push many people out of the housing market, new data shows house prices are declining for the first time in more than a decade. Money coach Lynette K. Flynn Cox has these 3 tips on what first-time home buyers can do to take advantage. 1, line up the cash. Figure out which loan you qualify for, either a conventional mortgage or a government-issued loan like an FHA, and then calculate your down payment.
You put down as little as 3 or 3.5% and still get in the home of your dreams. And that's good news to people who don't have, a hefty amount of savings.
Number 2, get your financial paperwork in order. Gather your tax returns, W-2s, and bank statements. And 3, work on your credit score, which impacts the interest rate on your home loan. Check your credit report for any errors and pay off existing debt to boost your score. The average price of a U.S. home was $363,000 last month, according to a new report from the National Association of Realtors. Homeowner insurance premiums are forecast to soar this year. You can expect to see bills climb 7.1%. That's according to S&P Global Market Intelligence. The reason behind the big jumps recently is weather and inflation. But there are ways to save on your premiums. Start by comparison shopping. Different insurers can view your home differently and offer different rates. And when possible, try to bundle your insurance policies together so you have home and auto together. Buying the various forms of insurance from the same company can save you as much as 30% overall. Another way to save, keep your deductibles high. Going to a $1,000 deductible from a $500 can reduce your premium by 25%, according to some estimates. Concerns continue to grow over a large development proposed in Coeur d'Alene. It's called Coeur Terre, and developers now have the green light from the city council to move forward. After being tied up for decades, the development would bring new homes, city parks, and 2 school sites to the western edge of the city. Living near the proposed development, John Hurley says the approval was discouraging and disappointing. He says he's worried about the heavy traffic that a high-density neighborhood would bring. He says the city is not able to handle this issue.
We were just trying to get their decision to be postponed so that some more time and thought and studies could go into the impact on what this development is going to have with the community that is adjacent to it.
We spoke to the developer about what's next in the master plan. The developer says it wants to get additional traffic studies done and refine infrastructure plans for water and sewer services. The developer still needs to obtain an approval for phase 1 of the Coeur Terre subdivision and hopes to complete possibly by this fall or spring next year. Kootenai County Land Company says it respects the concerns of residents nearby and wants to hear more feedback from the public to meet the housing needs in the city. How you can help a homeless animal and get a bad drawing as a bonus, that's next on Nightside.
Later tonight on Nightline, the homicide investigation in South Carolina and the Murdoch family back in the spotlight. Plus, spring break chaos. Why Miami declared a state of emergency, and some in South Beach want the party over.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Fully loaded, fully electric. The Audi Q4 e-tron. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The
doctor will see you now.
But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
Do you even remember to water the house plants? I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
Tomorrow, it's game day for the Zags as they take on UCLA in Vegas.
The 4 News Now sports team, Julian Menonstone and Alex Crescenti, join us live with special behind-the-scenes coverage at the Zags' fast break to Houston continues.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
No way these weekend warriors are going to climb that hill. Don't judge them by their zip code. Judge them by their Quattro. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. Protests at the Indiana State House as lawmakers pass a bill that bans gender-affirming health care for minors, a topic that has outspoken people on both sides.
Since I've started hormone therapy, I have been feeling so much happier. And since I've been a part of the gender clinic, it has helped so much. I feel like I have something to live for. And now what? You're just going to take it all away with this bill?
Some trans youth and members of the LGBTQ+ community feel like their identity is under attack. Those that support the bill see it as a way to protect vulnerable children.
It would cause far less harm for these kids to wait, get the counseling they need, and then let them make these life-altering decisions as adults.
Senate Bill 480 would ban gender-affirming care for minors, including puberty blockers and hormones. Doctors on both sides weighed in, some saying this type of care needs more research, while others said these kinds of treatments have been practiced for years. Also new tonight, 2 best friends in Alabama are inspiring people across the nation.
The letter says, "This world needs more people like you in it. Do not ever change being the beautiful souls you are."
Reed DeWitt and Legend Macklemore are both 4-year-olds and both wearing the exact same shirt when they coincidentally wore the same shirt to school one day. Legend's mom called Reed's mom and said, "Let's surprise them and keep it going."
It has been so exciting and the boys enjoy it.
I hope that this video shows people just love and be kind.
The boys met in daycare 2 years ago and they've been best friends ever since. New on Nightside, help a homeless animal and receive a bad drawing as a gift. That's the idea behind the SPCA of Northern Nevada's annual fundraiser. The animal activism group is currently offering what it calls exceptionally subpar pet portraits for a $40 donation. Anyone who wants a digital portrait of their pet can go to the group's website, pay $40. Once paid, they can then send the group a photo of their pet they want drawn, and one of the volunteers will send a portrait of the pet drawn by hand.
That is so sweet. I love that idea. Well, tomorrow you may have to keep an eye on your First Alert weather app to walk the dog. There are going to be some showers, snow showers on Friday. Could see some graupel as well. Temperatures cooling down, but then warming back up in the 7-day forecast. Wildlife Wednesday time, and we're going to start off with 3 little owlets. One back here, one here, and there is another one keeping watch. But you can also see Mother sound asleep on the left-hand side of your screen. I think that one is taking the duty to watch over all three of the others in that photo from Allie Ray. I love it. Pat Woolweber shared this photo of a striking ring-neck duck. I love the colors on this. Looks like a very upscale duck with that chrome and mahogany look. Jeremiah Philippe shared this photo of a beautiful moose sound asleep, it looks like, or maybe it's got just a tiny little bit of an eye open there. Marty Stowe captured this northern flicker in flight, and boy, they're beautiful birds anyway, but in flight their wings are just spectacular. And from Mark Vogt, what a great action shot of a fox on the hunt enjoying the pretty spring weather. Mark said he did come up empty-pawed in this shot, but so healthy looking. I don't think he's been doing too bad on the hunt. He must have caught one or two things there, Aaron.
Sure he did. Thank you, Chris.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
America agrees. Idol's new talent rocks.
I wasn't expecting that.
And Sunday, it's the final auditions.
That bar keeps being raised every year.
Thank God.
And we saved one of the season's best for last.
My dad is the reason I do what I do. He was an incredible singer in his own right, but he had a stroke. This is for him.
American Idol, new Sunday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
That was delicious.
Hey, I love this part. What'd yours say?
Look forward to a delightful season.
What a coincidence. It's like they're talking about basketball. How about yours?
Fortune will soon smile upon you.
Wow. And we're in a casino.
Bizarre.
What's yours say?
You're an incredible dork.
I'm getting chills over here.
Right now, lease a 2022 GMC Sierra for $490 a month, and GE will include a $750 rebate and a $1,500 lease loyalty rebate for qualified buyers. The all-wheel drive Sierra features a 310-horsepower high-output engine, best-in-class crew cab, cutting-edge technology, and much more. Come see the selection of new Sierras just off I-90 at George G. Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
PB and J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
The Zags' fast break to Houston heats up tomorrow in Las Vegas. The Gonzaga Bulldogs take on the UCLA Bruins, a matchup that has produced some last-second heroics in the past. This year, the 3-seed Zags are underdogs to the 2nd-seed Bruins. Alex Crescenti in Las Vegas tonight and tells us the Zags feel right at home playing there.
This certainly has become a home away from home for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Of course, you know they played the WCC tournament just down the road at the Orleans, and they've actually played a few games here inside T-Mobile Arena last season, so there is that sense of familiarity with the area. But for the city of Vegas, this is a new feeling. For the first time ever since City is hosting a regional of the NCAA tournament, and we had a chance to ask some of the players how they felt about coming here for the second time in 3 weeks. Needless to say, it's a comfortable setting for them.
I think we like playing here. We don't mind it, and you know it's going to be a packed crowd, a lot of Gonzaga fans close to the West, and you know it's going to be a fun game for sure. It's awesome. I mean, this is a big arena. We played UCLA here last year, and that place was rocking. We played Duke here, and it's rocking. And it's also great for our fans. It's an easy place to come to. They travel well anywhere we go, but the closer we are, the better. And it's also close to UCLA, so. Imagine just a ride in there, which will be awesome.
We're on a roll here in Vegas, so hopefully we keep it going. We had a good WCC tournament. Hopefully keep going in the March Madness.
And we talk about the familiar matchups in this region site. If Gonzaga were to win, there's a chance they would meet Arkansas in the Elite Eight on Saturday, the team that bounced them in the Sweet 16 last year, so maybe a bit of revenge. But first things first, the Bulldogs will have to overcome a stiff test from UCLA. Tip-off is set for 6:45, and we're going to have all your coverage in the lead up to that big game against the Bruins. Reporting tonight inside T-Mobile Arena, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
New on Nightside, influencers joined lawmakers outside of Congress today to protest restrictions on TikTok. Baker and TikTok influencer Robert Lucas was just one of many creators who took the mic to ask Congress to let the app live on, saying it's an essential part of his work, allowing him to support himself and build a business.
TikTok has given me and countless others like me the opportunity to showcase our talents and make a living doing what we love. So I urge you to consider the impact that banning TikTok could have on people like me.
National security has been pressuring lawmakers to ban TikTok for fears the app could influence users and pass the personal data of American users to the Chinese government. TikTok's chief executive officer will testify tomorrow.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is. Bring your friends. Good morning, America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
You know, life is dangerous enough without the negligence of others that cause accidents that threaten your physical and financial health. Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. Call my offices here in Spokane. I can help you now. When you call, you'll speak to me, or you'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. I guarantee it. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we make sure your favorite spot is designed to be super comfortable. Whether you're a cuddler, an upside downer, a leg dangler, or all of the above. Announcing March Mania at Lazy Boy. Get all-star savings of up to 30% on slam dunk styles. Plus, get a 25% off bonus coupon. In-store only.
What do you think?
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
We so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS.
And
Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
The crowd go crazy.
The RS family of Chevy SUVs. Definitely worth a follow. Get 2.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Equinox models or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It certainly was fun while it lasted. Today's blue skies, sunshine, highs close to 60 degrees. Tomorrow, we're back a little below average. Breezy conditions in the afternoon with some hit and miss showers. But it's not winter.
No, it makes it interesting. Keeps us on our toes.
Certainly makes my job interesting, yes.
Here's something that's interesting, too. Check out this cute little guy, or rather giant panda, as they're known, enjoying itself at a pool at the Chinese Research Center for Giant Pandas. Well, the scene was captured on iPanda, a multimedia platform that shows live broadcasts of pandas at the nature reserve 24 hours a day.
Oh, wow. I would watch pandas all day. That is adorable. That is adorable.
No, that's a, is this the live look? No, there's the live look.
Oh, that's
called
not quite as thrilling,
iPanda channel.
Hey, I wish you had not told me that this exists. Because I may not get my work done now. I will be watching pandas all day. Isn't that? We should all take a cue from the pandas.
And eat some bamboo?
Yeah, just, you know.
Just hang out.
Kick back.
I mean, you can do it tomorrow. It's going to be all rainy. Maybe just kick back instead of a nice pile of bamboo leaves. Just find some cuddly blankets.
That sounds lovely.
Instead of a A stick? You can grab a breadstick? I don't know.
Oh, now I'm in.
I'm just reaching. Carbs and blankets. Perfect way to spend a rainy afternoon.
I panda.
See you tomorrow.